because a lot of people are going to be having a think over the break, and they'll be like, well, okay, fine, I know you think you're treated unfairly. Can you give me an example of any specifics in what we've been talking about, sort of other societies that haven't been held to the same standards as you? And just sort of wrap all of that up in your thoughts about how it is to be a conservative, specifically at UC Irvine. How does the system make you feel, and how do the professors and the administrators make you feel, and how do they treat you differently?
Most of the people on UC Irvine are self-identified liberals or self-identified socialists. So you'd think that from the tolerant left that they would be a little bit kinder to other people, but that's really not the case. On campus frequently, even just last week, I was walking around with my officers and somebody behind me goes, "Oh, the college Republicans." And we just turn around and, quickly walk the other direction. But most of the time on college campuses, there's not really much proof of discrimination or anger against a certain specific group. But that's not the case here at UC Irvine, where they actually went into our records and looked, oh, well, they didn't provide a security insurance certificate.
Right. This was their bit of small print. A bit of fine print to try and catch you out. They took them 4 hours to get you on something.
Something, yes. And another attorney who had been looking into Students for Justice in Palestine, which is the sister club of Muslim Student Union, gave me the records that she'd requested from a Public Records Act. Mm-hmm. And in that, there was about 7 or so contractual infractions over the past 5 years, not one of which was punished. So
I see. So you got this from the lawyer, and this is a clear example of them holding you to different standards to those that they held an organization on the left to.
Yeah, it's a very clear example. They were funded by the school, which college Republicans at UC Irvine were not essentially not. No. Each club is allowed $10,000 every year. They're allowed to ask for $10,000. Yeah. So college Republicans asked for $1,250 for you. Yes. And in the end, we received $181 from the school. Okay. Meanwhile, the Muslim Student Union requested the $10,000 to host their anti-Semitic, anti-Israel events, and received the full $10,000 from the school.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
The college Republicans, the organization on campus that represents 50% of voters, that represents, half the population, and an entire, half of the political public arena, got $181.
$181.
That's amazing. Do they ever give you an explanation? Do they ever sort of try to come up with a reason, or do
No, I haven't received any communication from the police yet. I haven't even claimed it because I think it's an insult.
Good. Yeah. You can hear the balls, right? You can you're like, I haven't claimed. I think it's an insult. and you also, I kind of talked over you a minute ago, and you were explaining in the first half, you refused to file the appeal because you felt that would be an acknowledgement of the charges, which you completely rejected. It wasn't even admission of guilt, it was just acknowledgement of the charges, which you completely refused. You refused to engage in the process whatsoever, and merely told your story to people who wanted to listen, and forced the university, through shaming them in their hypocrisy, to reversing this politically motivated decision. I think it's amazing. I think I should give yourself a round of applause.
Thank you. But yeah, we're not going to play ball with them, especially when they're trying to be so slippery, as you said before. There's no way that...
It's underhanded, isn't it?
It is.
Pathetic. And I think people don't talk to each other. They don't know. They think there isn't a media out there desperate to report on this stuff. I mean, what's wrong with these people?
Well, I'm not sure why they definitely didn't handle it very well. I mean, they waited 4 hours instead of waiting a week. If they were smart, that's what they would have done. They would have waited a week. Right. But no, 4 hours.
Or until July, when your renewal comes up, the next time you try to book a room, say, oh, well, actually, you didn't follow the rules last year. And then by that time, it would all have been gone. There would have been no excitement about it in the media. There would have been no sort of head of steam still on campus. Nobody would have cared.
Well, we're giving him tips now.
Yes, if you're a university administrator, switch the program off now. No, you know what? I don't mind telling them how to do this better, because they're so dumb we're going to win anyway.
They're not going to listen to you anyway.
They're not going to listen, and they're so stupid that they, that even if they do this, they'll slip up some other ways. So I never mind telling people how I'm going to beat them before I beat them, because they're never clever enough to win on this stuff.